Welcome to Cooking Wild. Today we are going to make glazed barbecue frog legs on the grill, bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers, and for dessert we're going to have a Skillet Oreo cookie topped with vanilla ice cream. We're going to wash that all down with a Prairie Artisan Ales IPA. Stick around because we're cooking wild. Okay, so we are going to start with our frog legs. We have them thawed out, cleaned, and they're ready to go. Now, we're going to grill these today, so if you have picky eaters or you have kids that might not necessarily want to eat a pair of frog legs, you can cut them directly down the middle, and when you grill them up, they're just going to look like a small chicken leg. So that's an option if it's something that you want to do. So I have my frog legs in here in this bowl. We are going to put some olive oil on them. Make sure they're coated real well because we are going to grill them and we don't want them sticking. I'm going to coat them up real well. Toss them around. And we're going to just add salt and pepper to these. And then just toss them again. And I'm just going to set these aside while I get the barbecue sauce ready. So we are going to use barbecue sauce. You can use any barbecue sauce of your preference. I'm just going to take it, put it in here. So we are going to add the juice from 1 lemon into our barbecue sauce. If you don't have fresh lemons, just lemon juice, this will work. And we are going to season it. So we're going to take some fresh minced garlic. If you don't have fresh, you can use the granulated or the dried. We are going to use just a little bit of garlic powder, like a pinch. Got some onion powder and some Creole seasoning, just a pinch. And then we are going to add brown sugar, and this is what's going to make it sweeter. And just mix all of this together. And then we can just set this aside. I'm going to get the grill ready, and then we'll be able to put our frog legs on the grill here shortly. We are going to make bacon jalapeno poppers to go with our barbecue frog legs. So I have this handy little tool for grilling peppers on the grill. If you don't have this, it's no big deal. You just can cut your peppers lengthwise and wrap them in bacon and grill them that way. This, they just stand up in it and we'll grill that way. If you're gonna use the stand, try to pick out and buy peppers that are straight and with less of a curve so they'll stand in there real well. So I'm going to prep our peppers, and what we're going to do is I'm going to cut the ends of them off, and I'm going to use a coring tool. I'm just going to core the center out. You want to try to get as much of the seeds out of the jalapenos as possible because the more seeds that's left in them, the hotter they get. I mean, unless you like them really hot, you can leave some seeds in. It's totally your preference. So, just going to cut the ends of them off, take our little coring tool, and just spin it in there. and the core comes out. And you just kind of tap it to try to get most of the seeds out. Then I'm just going to set this aside because we're going to stuff those here in just a minute. Just be careful whenever you are handling hot peppers like this to not touch your face or your eyes or anything. Wash your hands real well after you get done, or you will be in pain later if you don't. I'm going to stuff these with a cream cheese mixture. It's basically just softened cream cheese that I put out on the counter to soften it to room temperature. Just helps it to mix better. And a few seasonings. Some people don't put any in theirs. And cheese, grated or shredded cheddar cheese. And inside of my filling, I actually put bacon inside of the filling. So I'll chop up some bacon and we'll have real bacon bits on the inside as well. So you get the bacon in every bite. If you're not using this little grilling tool, you would just take your pepper and cut it lengthwise into 2 halves. Scrape out the center, the seeds, the core, and you're just going to have a lengthwise pepper bow basically to put your filling in, and then you'll wrap it. Okay, so I have the peppers cored out, most of the seeds out to keep them from getting too hot. The next is the cream cheese filling that we're going to pipe into these peppers. So what I have here is just 2 blocks of softened cream cheese. I set it out on the countertop so it's softened to room temperature. And I am going to set it aside for just a second. And I'm going to chop up some of this bacon that I cooked this morning. I'm going to make some little bacon bit pieces to go into our mixture. So we're going to add some of these real bacon pieces and some grated cheddar cheese. But before I do that, I'm going to season my softened cream cheese just a tad. Okay, so we got our bacon chopped up. We have our cream cheese, and I'm going to season it with just a tad bit of garlic powder and a pinch of onion powder. I'm going to try to mix that seasoning real well into our softened cream cheese. That way it's incorporated evenly before I start adding the bacon and the cheddar. Okay, so we got that mixed in there pretty good. Next, I'm going to just add in some bacon pieces. Now, some people, when they use this little tool, they'll just fill it with their bacon and not actually wrap the outside of the pepper with bacon. So that's an option because you're already going to have the bacon on the inside as well. But I am going to wrap my peppers with bacon because I love bacon. And more bacon, the better. So we're gonna have it on the inside and the outside. Also, by wrapping the peppers with the bacon, when you grill it, it releases the grease or the oil from the bacon, and it helps keep your peppers from burning and keeps them coated real well. Okay, so we got the cream cheese softened and we've added the bacon, and now I'm just gonna put in some grated cheddar cheese. I don't really measure on this. I just kind of get it to the consistency or to, you know, what I like. So if y'all want to use less or more, it's not going to hurt anything at all. I'm going to add just a little bit more cheese. That way whenever they cook, it'll be nice and gooey and cheesy and delicious. This mixture is really, really good on just like Ritz crackers. So when I make these peppers, if I have some of this mixture left over, I just put it in a bowl and refrigerate it, and the kids eat it they put it on Ritz crackers and eat it, and it works. So don't worry about making too much of it because you can eat it later on crackers. Okay, so we have that mixed up. And I am going to pipe this into my peppers. Now, if you've cut your peppers lengthwise, you can just spoon them into the pepper. It's like a little boat. Just spoon them in there and then you'll wrap the pepper with the bacon then. But I am going to actually just put this filling into, nothing fancy. I'm just gonna put it into a Ziploc baggie. It's like a cheat for piping things. And then you just clip the corner and then you squeeze the bag and it pipes it into things. You can buy piping kits and tools, but most everybody has a Ziploc baggie, so. I have my cream cheese mixture and I dumped it all out and put it into this plastic Ziploc baggie. And we're gonna use this as an easy way of piping it. So I'm just going to snip one corner of our bag. Where it will squeeze out and where you're just gonna fill the peppers with our filling. Just squeeze it in there till it's just barely coming out of the top. Because whenever we're gonna wrap these in bacon and when you grill them, if you overfill them, they're gonna ooze out and run down and burn. Like I said, if you have one of these tools and you know you're gonna be making these on the grill, when you shop for your jalapenos, try to pick out the ones that are really straight because they set up so much better inside that rack than a curved one does. You can grill them after they're piped just like this, and they don't have to be wrapped in bacon. They will cook just fine that way. So I've got my peppers stuffed, and earlier I par-baked some bacon. The reason that I do this, most people just wrap raw bacon on there, that's fine. The reason I do this is my preference only because I like my bacon to be crispy and cooked. And I find that if I wrap it with the raw, by the time the bacon is cooked to how I like it, it's just mush or burned. So I just about halfway cook my bacon where it's still pliable but partially cooked. That way, when I get ready to grill them, they'll cook more evenly and I'm not waiting for my bacon to crisp up. So I'm just gonna take my bacon, and I've got some toothpicks here, and I'm just going to wrap a piece of bacon around, and we're gonna toothpick it to keep it from unraveling. Put a couple of toothpicks in it. Don't wrap the bottom part of the cone part of it, because you still need it to sit in there. And then we're just gonna continue to wrap. When I mixed up this barbecue mixture for our frog legs, I made extra, and I'm gonna reserve some of that, and I'm gonna actually brush some of that sweetened barbecue sauce on our peppers on the outside of the bacon and kind of give it a barbecue glaze. That's not necessary. I just thought that it would complement our barbecue frog legs when you get the sweet taste on both of them. There's several different ways that you can do them. You don't have to stick with the basic same cream cheese mixture. You can mix it up and make it yours. I've seen several people put crab in theirs. Just whatever you like, you can stuff them with. Okay, so we have the jalapeno poppers ready to go. Our frog legs is ready. I am going to put some barbecue sauce into this basting bottle with the brush, and then we're headed to the grill to put them on.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big, go bold, go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless, we believe in the power of connection.
We were there when your grandparents made their first telephone call. We were there when your parents were able to choose what to watch on cable. And now, we are here for you, providing high-speed internet service to your family. There is one thing we know for sure. No matter what happens next, Cross is here to keep you connected. Cross, serving families like yours, today and tomorrow.
Okay, so we're out at the grill and we've got it ready. The coals are white hot, and we are going to put the peppers on first because they're gonna take longer to cook than the actual frog legs. So we are gonna put the peppers on the grill. I'm gonna keep them kind of away from the center, sort of to the side, and just set them up here. I'm gonna shut the lid down, and they're gonna cook for about 5 minutes or so. We'll come out and check on them, and at that time, if they're getting kind of close to being ready, we'll go ahead and put the frog legs on. That way we can pull it all off at the same time. So the lid is gonna go down, and we're gonna let these cook for about 5 minutes or so. Okay, our peppers have been on the charcoal for about 5 minutes. We're gonna check them and see how they're looking. And they're about halfway done, which I thought that was gonna take about 10 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and put the frog legs on. And they only take about 5 minutes or so to grill. So they're still in their olive oil and salt and pepper mixture. And we are going to put these on the direct heat, the hottest part of our grill. And once we get them laid on there, then we're gonna go ahead and baste the top side with our barbecue sauce. Then we'll close the lid down and let them cook about 4 or 5 minutes on that one side. Okay. The last one. And I'm gonna go ahead and baste them with the barbecue sauce that we made earlier. Then we'll shut the lid down and let them cook about 4 to 5 minutes. Make sure that's not plugged up. There it comes. So we put brown sugar in this barbecue sauce, and that is what is going to create kind of the sticky glaze that we're going to be looking for. I think my bottle's getting clogged up here. We just have to improvise. Just put some on, and then I'll use this brush to brush it all on them really good. Get them good and coated. Okay, we are gonna shut the lid down and let them cook for about 4 to 5 minutes, and then we will flip them over. Okay, our frog legs have been on the grill about 4 to 5 minutes. So we're gonna open them up and check them, see how they're doing. And we're gonna turn them over and baste the other side. And close the grill down and let them cook just a few more minutes. So one of the tricks is to know when frog legs are done on the grill is you'll see the meat kind of start separating from the bone, kind of like falling off the bone. This one kind of got stuck. Scoot him over. Okay, so I'm going to baste these up real good. Put on there good and thick. And our peppers are looking really good too, so should be able to pull all this off at the same time. I'm gonna close the lid and let them cook about 1 to 2 minutes, and then we'll be able to pull them both off and it will be ready. We'll go inside and taste them. So we've allowed our frog legs to cook just a few more minutes, and I think that they're ready to come off the grill. If you can tell, the meat is starting to separate from the bone. That's a good indication that they're done. And our peppers look great. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull them all off the grill. Then we will go inside and get them plated up and try them out and see how they are.
There is truly no place like home. Right here in Eastern Oklahoma, Bravado Wireless provides the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month. We believe in strong, connected communities. That's why we live stream community events like local football games. You may not know us by name, but we'll be at the same festivals and cheering for our kids on the same sidelines. Because we live where you live. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
So for dessert, we're gonna have the Skillet Oreo cookie. You just buy refrigerated cookie dough. The recipe calls for 30 ounces. These packages are 16 ounces, so we're gonna have 2 more ounces than what the recipe calls for, which is fine. just going to take both packages. You can buy it in the roll or these pre-made cookies. It's not going to make a difference either way. And we're going to put both packages in the bottom of our cast iron skillet. And then we're just going to use our hands. If you don't want to use your hands, a rubber spatula will work just fine. And I'm just going to smash it down and get the whole bottom of the skillet just covered in our chocolate chip cookie dough in like an even layer. Okay, so we have the Oreo cookie evened out in the bottom of our cast iron skillet. Not the Oreo, chocolate chip cookie dough in the bottom. We are going to chop up and put Oreos on the top. So I'm going to get out. The recipe calls for as many as you can put on top. So whatever you want to do. I'm going to chop some of these up into crumbles, and then we will just put them over the top of our chocolate chip. And I'll kind of mash them down into the dough. And then we will take them and set them on the grill. You can cook these in the campfire setting, on the grill, in the oven, whatever you want to do. Since our grill is already hot, and we just pulled the frog legs and the peppers off, we're going to go ahead and put our cookie on it. I'm just giving these a rough chop, leaving them kind of big. And I'm just going to kind of mash them down into the dough. So you'll put these onto the grill or in the oven, ideally at 350 degrees for 17 to 20 minutes. Just check them periodically, rotate it, make sure it's cooking even. And when it's nice and brown, then it's going to be done. So this is going to go into the grill. So our skillet Oreo is out of the grill. I've allowed it to brown just along the edges. If you like yours more done than that, naturally you can leave it in longer and brown it up. But we kind of like our cookies to kind of still be soft and gooey in the middle. It's cooled off mostly, but it's still warm. So we're gonna serve it with some ice cream over the top, which is gonna make it really good. So I'm gonna just serve up some in these little dishes and put some ice cream on top, and we're gonna enjoy it.
You are called to be bold, to live out loud, to make the most out of every moment. You share these moments with your friends and family, side by side, across town and across the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection, coverage, speed, service, the latest technology. These aren't options. They're not special offers. They are obligations to you. We believe in building a community, your community. Bravado Wireless.
Other wireless companies need 4-page brochures to explain plans that are too complicated and cost way too much. We are not like the others. We are Bravado Wireless. We offer 1 line of unlimited talk, text, and 4G LTE data for only $40 per month, with no minimum number of lines and no hidden fees. This is your year to be bold, connect fast at the best price. We live where you live, and we are proud to be a part of your community here in Eastern Oklahoma. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. To view more episodes, go to bravadowireless.com. I'm Amber, and we've been cooking wild.